The Teals and the Greens as well have been out spending your money.
Hello.
You know, I mean, seriously, the Teals deserve to be slammed at the next federal election. Get rid of them, folks. Go back to the Liberals. They pretended to be Liberals. They were all phonies. They were all frauds. They were all fakes. They're green through and through. Their ideology is green through and through. They proved that last week with their call to refund Anwar. Their spending is out of control. We've seen printing bills, thousands and thousands of dollars, and these bills.
The digital age.
Yeah, exactly.
People who think we're about to all blow up because of global warming are printing things.
Oh, yeah, chopping down trees.
How very 1970s of them.
Thousands of dollars. Kylie Tink in North Sydney there, $87,000 on printing and communications. James, these people get into power and they just go crazy. Forget all... I don't... You know, they are the ones who preach concern for the environment, yet do they live up to it? Of course not. They are hypocrites and they are frauds, and we've got to get rid of them.
Well, of course they are. I mean, the Teals and the Greens are particularly bad. I mean, let's just go and say that basically the entire political class is guilty of using your money to go and do all sorts of ridiculous things. I mean, this week in the Daily Telegraph, we had reports that people like Assistant Treasurer Stephen Jones, who was using a comm car to go back and forth to Canberra when he apparently had a car that was provided for him by the taxpayer that he could have driven. So, you know, you see all sorts of questions around this sort of thing.
You can't have too many cars, James, not when the taxpayer is picking up the bill.
Right.
But can we talk about Adam Bandt for a second?
Yes,
because he is the Greens leader. He is amongst the biggest global warming alarmists, climate change catastrophists in the country. And yet, you look at his spending, almost $1 million he's spent in a single year. 200,000, I think it was the cost of the printing. But we're talking about a couple of private plane trips. And one of those was between Canberra and Brisbane. Now, last I checked, Virgin, Qantas, Jetstar, they'll fly between Canberra and Brisbane. Why do we need a private jet? What I didn't see there were expenses, I don't know, for my key cards for public transport, because that's how the Greens should be getting around.
Well, that's how the Greens want you to
get around.
And really, this is the point, because this is the thing. The Greens are watermelons. They are green on the outside. They are red on the inside. And this whole thing where Adam Bandt and the nomenclatura, to borrow an old Soviet-era phrase, go flying around in private jets and private cars while wanting you to go and take public transportation and ride a bike. This is exactly like, you know, every Marxist sort of situation where the leaders and the bosses get the palaces and the villas and the dachas, and you wind up, you know, essentially, well, living in the pod and eating the bugs.
Well, some animals are more equal than others, as we have learned, and as I wrote in the Herald Sun during the week, never stand between a socialist and a big fat pile of other people's money.